what some could call organized anger, or you can call it Tea Party Nation. Either way, a group of activists fed up and ready to boot some lawmakers out of office. They wrap up their first national convention tonight with a keynote speech from Sarah Palin. But this may be the real headline. A new CNN poll finds that a third of the country thinks the Tea Party is on the right track. Daniel Stone, a senior reporter for Newsweek, is at that convention. Daniel, good morning to you. It's been a couple of days so far, and of course the big keynote tonight. Explain to us here, is this the start of something much grander? We saw those huge protests back in the summer and thousands upon thousands organizing around the country, but now it's being organized in a whole new way.
You're right. This is a movement that started a year ago when Barack Obama was sworn in and showed itself to be strong. The fact that they're having a convention now really takes it to the next level. They want to be taken seriously. They want to be seen in a fancy location. They want to be seen with money and with organizing potential, and that they can be a force and a formidable one, especially heading into November.
Yeah, you mentioned that organizing potential, and a part of that, besides just, marches and protests would make for good pictures, now they are forming a political action committee. They are, I guess, essentially, officially now getting in the game, if you will.
Right. One of the organizers announced yesterday the intent to pool a lot of the leftover money from the convention and use it for a political action committee that was going to be used to really support several races, mostly in the South, coming in November. Now that's very different from the Tea Party movement that we saw earlier this year on the Mall that was just for everything that the Democrats and a lot of Washington was against. Now they're really focusing their anger, they're really focusing their attention, and of course now their money, which in politics speaks a lot louder.
And you talked about supporting races. What kind of candidates are they supporting? A lot of people may be under the impression that simply they are anti-administration, anti-President Obama's agenda, but are they willing to support Republicans or Democrats, any candidate out there who is speaking to their issues?
That's been one of the big surprises of this convention. A lot of folks have told me, of course, they're against the Democrats and President Obama's agenda. They're also against Republicans in Congress. They're not pleased with anyone in Washington these days. So they're going to be focusing their efforts on races to get new people into Congress. There's going to be a litmus test for folks that are already running. Someone like Marco Rubio down in Florida, they're going to support him because he passes that test. But they're not just going to throw blind support behind any Republican, because frankly, a lot of Republicans in Congress aren't conservative enough or aren't against President Obama's agenda enough, or aren't against the ways of Washington enough to really be supported by this movement.
And we saw a video there of Scott Brown, of course, who just won that race, I think now Senator Brown out of Massachusetts. Now, I know one Tea Party branch was backing him, but how have they organized? There seems to be so many Tea Party branches and chapters popping up all over the country. Do they all fall under this one Tea Party umbrella?
No, TJ, the Tea Party umbrella is very broad. They're very against very broad things like government spending, the ways of Washington, and they want, fiscal conservatism. From there, it branches off. What's been interesting is that a lot of the breakout sessions at this convention have been about a lot of the things that, frankly, propelled President Obama to office in 2008. They want to tap into social media. They're talking about things like Facebook and Twitter, grassroots organizing. They want a phone bank. That's exactly what they did for Scott Brown, they'll tell you, and it worked. And they want to use it in a much broader way come November.
All right, Daniel Stone, again, is a senior reporter for Newsweek. He has been partying with the Tea Party the past couple of days, and I guess the biggest highlight of the convention this evening for a lot of folks. Sarah Palin going to be speaking. I know you'll be there, but we appreciate you getting up early and taking some time with us and dealing with the clanging back there. They're getting ready probably for breakfast. You said some of the sessions start around 8:30. But Daniel, good to see you. You enjoy the rest of your time there.
Sure thing.
All right, you can catch that keynote address by Sarah Palin live on CNN this evening. Our coverage starts at 9 o'clock Eastern right here